Hello.
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 How are you?
I'm right. How are you?
I'm all right. It's Friday night, eh? Friday night. Way.
Feeling's right, and I'm a ladies' man.
I'm a lady boy, and I'm feeling like what? No, sorry, what?
That's fine. It's fine if you want to be that.
I'm telling you now, it's sweltering in London town.
And it's sweltering down in Worthing.
Down in lovely old London, Worthing.
Yeah, it's really hot here too.
Well, it's really hot in London.
But it's hotter here.
No, it isn't because you got a sea breeze.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
It's really hot. It's not as hot because because of facts.
Because of the Kraken.
No. Did you see lovely Sir? What's he called? Sir Tom Cruise, the 100-year-old.
Yeah.
Did you see him today being in Highlander? There can be only one.
Yeah. I mean, he's like. I mean, it must be awful being immortal, but also being decrepit.
Exactly. Well,
the curse of
every night when they tie him into his cot, which is what they do, all you can hear as they close the door is "Who wants to live forever?"
I'm coming. What was his wife called? The Scottish wife,
Heather.
I'm coming, dear Heather. I'll be with you soon.
There's a bit where she's
in
laughing.
French.
Yeah, of course in French. Because there's a bit where she's laughing at his antics, and he just goes, "Heather, please." He's really pissed off with her.
And then he gets to bury her. So who has the last laugh? It's Connor McLeod. He gets exiled from his village by James Cosmo. That is the ultimate humiliation.
Yes, and isn't his sort of love interest early on is Celia Imrie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then she wants a good old wallop of Connor McLeod.
She does, but she dumps him when she finds out he's a witch.
Yeah.
Or
he's a witch. You should burn him. Yeah. Oh.
I wish they still did. I was just thinking about when they used to have a TV show, and at the end credits would go up. It would go, Celia Imrie is currently appearing in Puss in Boots in London. Or it'd be like, Robert Lindsay is currently appearing in Me and My Girl at the Haymarket in West End. They don't do that anymore.
That's such a shame.
Red Dwarf used to have, and what's the cat called?
Danny John Jules.
Thank you. Danny John Jules is currently appearing in Carmen Electra in the West End.
You don't get that at all anymore, do you?
And Tom Cruise is currently appearing in the Scientology everywhere.
Tom Cruise is currently appearing in Ray Cooney's Run for Your Wife.
Have you seen the Run for Your Wife film?
Yes, I have, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
You know that both you and I share an absolute joy of any British film made in the 60s, 70s, especially if it's got any sort of hint of sauciness and madness about it.
Yes.
Have you ever seen No Sex Please We're British?
Oh.
It's appalling.
It's rubbish. The title is very misleading to teenage me who was expecting a night in the town.
There was
nothing
in there at all.
Ronnie Corbett's the most erotic thing in it.
Yeah, it's just terrible throughout, isn't it?
A very sexy man.
I'm a twisted, fire-starting, sexy man.
He's a little pocket rocket. We've got comments. The comments are on fire.
Oh, let's have them. Hello, people.
Paul Litchfield is currently appearing in a very odd dream you may be having.
Oh, you know what? That sounds like work to me. That sounds like work. If I appear in your dream, you owe me £20.
Yeah. John Rain is currently appearing in a lineup at Worthing Police Station.
Is this the fellow who flashed your barrel? Yeah, it is.
I do the identity parade, and when the person's watching, I just go, it was me. Just to mess things up a bit.
Yeah. Because then they wouldn't choose you. They go, well, it can't be him. Because he's just admitted to it. Can't be him.
No, innocent people don't. Guilty people don't do that.
No, can't be the man who sat on a bomb whose hat's made entirely of daggers.
Oh, absolutely not. So the comments are basically they're all just chatting amongst themselves, Paul.
Oh well, that's charming. That is.
Captain Sir Tom Moore played keyboards on the Falls Hex induction hour. Fact, I believe that.
Oh right, that's your.
Well, he was on
That,
Blankety Blank, wasn't he? So he's been about.
he was, yeah. He was amazing on that as well.
Celia Imrie is all of our love interests early on. Oh, you mean Everybody Fancied Her?
Okay, yeah, possibly.
I did, especially as Miss Babs.
Yeah, there's something about her as Miss Babs, and then she pops up in a Star Wars, and you get really giddy, and
The Phantom Menace. That's right.
you fall over because you're like, that can't happen.
No, it can't.
But there she is.
Is Paul a fan of Brown Willie?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means.
I'm
gonna say yes.
Fred Housego had a pet frog. This is a mention of your Tales of the Unexpected name from last week.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, I'm so glad someone remembers anything that I say or do, because I haven't got a fucking clue. When it falls at me mouth, it's your responsibility, not mine. Sure. Oh, Amanda Staunton. That is, of course, Lenny Kravitz.
Jim Carter, of course, is married to Amanda.
No.
Remember that week? I thought it would be really hilarious because the man who was in Jim Carter, he was called Steve Ian Jim Carter. When he died, I thought it would be really funny to do an obituary, but I got it all mixed up, and everybody thought I was announcing Jim Carter's death. That was really stupid. Really stupid.
Jim Carter and Imelda live very close to me because I often see them in the local post office.
Oh, really? He's about 15 feet tall, and she's about 4 foot tall, isn't it? She.
Yeah, actually, I think now he's actually about 5 foot tall, and she's a mere 5 inches.
Right, so they've just both shrunk as they've got older.
She just sits on his brogue.
So Tom has signed on to be the lighthouse keeper the next series of Frank Would watch. Watch that sprocket.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
He was called Wembley, and I always used to think, I was born in Wembley. I always used to think, oh, they're talking to me. Bearing in mind I was about 6.
That's fair enough.
Oh God.
I don't
know when I press on this, but
oh, go on. Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Joey Deacon. This is the place to be on Fridays.
I do wish people wouldn't pick on Joey Deacon. It's a very sad story.
No one's picked on Joey Deacon. They're just stating the cold, hard, diamond cut facts.
Are they though?
He died because
this week's drink is Ovaltine. Last week everyone was talking about fucking Bovril, and now it's fucking Ovaltine.
I've never ever had Ovaltine in my life. I wouldn't even know, what is it? A multi drink, I believe. Now
it is that.
It's Special K, which was always thrown towards the dieting brigade, but that's a malt flake, isn't it?
I have no idea. I thought it was all tranquilizers.
It's MDMA. Because I'm rather fond of a malt flavor, so maybe Ovaltine might be the thing for me.
Maybe.
But I can't buy Ovaltine. You can't buy Ovaltine in your 20s or 30s, and now in my 40s, it still seems like I'm too crazy on Vimto and Lucasade to go down that road.
What, when you're young?
Yeah, to go and buy Ovaltine, because you have to buy it like Ovaltine.
Well, I don't know about you, Paul, but I was too busy injecting the marijuana and smoking the hashish.
Really? I remember lighting joss sticks in my bedroom, and my mum thought it was drugs.
That happens in Adrian Mole as well.
Oh well, it happened to me for real. She's like, drugs is happening. I was like, no, mum, it's patchouli.
I don't care who it's for.
Hey,
I'm 29 and I love a cup of Ovaltine.
Well, that's brilliant, Claire. But as far as I'm concerned, you're a blank avatar. You don't exist.
I think Mr. Ox is going for a cheeky joke here.
And also, Claire 22 could have been Claire who was born in 1922, which then makes sense. I love a cup of Ovaltine. Oh no, she's 29. All right. 29. Right.
How about, because everybody's talking about Ovaltine, how about, because we've got a packed show this evening.
Oh my God, it's rammed to the rafters.
It's absolutely rammed. How about we kick off early with some blankety blank?
Let's try.
Shall we? This week, the Hazelhurst family were in touch with me, and they love the job I've been doing. So they basically just said, we'd like you to use the proper theme. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight as a premiere, I
Oh,
bring you Blankety Blank.
just
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank,
blankety blank,
David Hamilton,
blankety blank,
June Whitfield,
blankety blank,
Derek Nimmo,
blankety blank,
Wendy Richards,
blankety blank,
Kenny Everett, Sally James, and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Avasti, mine hearties! It's old Tell, back down from old Cloud 9, having a lovely game of Parcheesi with old Blue Eyes himself. That's right, Charlie Drake. Now, here I am, down on the old planet E, for a lovely old game of Super Match. Now, all our regular viewers, all three of them, they know the score. We're going to go for a popular blank or blank, and you get to find out whether it's worth 50 blanks, 100 blanks, or the top answer, 150 blanks. It's ironically what me brother shoots into his wife. Now, Jesus. So the first person I know, Old Tell went a bit blue there, which is not normally Old Tell's remit. Tell is vocally beige with little overtones of a khaki and occasionally claret. Speaking of the old claret, Old Tell's got a lovely old skinful of the old Java juice. Wonderful. Let's have a quick slurp. Now, the first person to type in Wogan's west-facing windmill gets to play the old Supermatch game. Get typing, folks.
Fum 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 fum.
Thank you, Eugene.
Fum. Be careful with that axe, Eugene.
Here is the old Supermatch, looking resplendent on an old, redundant to-do list, of which Old Tell doesn't need to fill them out anymore.
It's fantastic, Mr. Ox, Terry.
Fantastic, Mr. Ox, as I live and breathe. You, sir, are about to play the old Supermatch game. Now, listen. Don't try and be funny or clever with it. Think about it and go with the most logical answer. And I think this will get you like the cat who's got the cream, right to the top. Let's reveal the legend, shall we? It is, of course, and here we go. Now, this should be quite easy. It's boxing, blank. Now, have a little think. I'll go over to one of our celebrity turns. I'm running out of John's, John. John Ham. John Ham.
Hi, Terry. I'm John
As
Ham.
I live and breathe a giant theatrical slice of ham.
I'm from the Mad Men.
So was me father. He was put in an institution for that and got the old electric shock.
Mr. Ox has got an answer.
Well, that's a great answer. Boxing raisins. But before... Now listen, fantastic Mr. Ox. You don't have to go... You have to leap in like a bull at a gate with your raisins. You could accept an answer from Mr. Ham. Ham. Boxing blank. What say thee?
Well, Terry, when I worked on Mad Men, I had a great time all day, so I'm going to go for Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, of course. Invented by Henry Boxing, who, of course, was a lord, who, the day after Christmas, gave all his servants the day off and served them. And that's how Boxing Day came about. Now, that's a genuine fact there from old Tell. Now, Tell goes for boxing gloves. The old boxing gloves. That's what old Mrs. T used to wear when she was going out and about, the old boxing gloves. And, of course, you can have a third answer, which, of course, is your own there. Boxing raisins. Now, fantastic Mr. Ox. You can go with John's Day, Tell's gloves, or you can stick with raisins. If you're going to stick with raisins, let us know. Because this is crucial, this is. If you win the 150, you can go away with a photocopy of a manual of a speedboat.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow,
If you
Terry.
get 50 blanks, you get the speedboat. But of course, it's been stolen, so you have to deal with that on the old QT.
Hmm.
What says Fantastic Mr. O?
He's sticking with raisins, Terry.
He'll stick with reasons. Let's find out what the answers were. If I can put this between my knees, we can do this properly. Yeah, here we go. Now, for 50 blanks. 50 blanks this is. It was, of course, Boxing Conglomerate. You know, when there's a more or one of a group of boxers
Yeah.
within a, let's say, industrial magnet capacity. Never mind there, old Fantastic Mr. O. Conglomerate may not see you through, but I tell you what, I've got a feeling in my old tell noggin that 100 blanks is going to say raisins. This is going to be great. For 100 blanks, we have Boxing Assumption. When you assume that anyone you meet would like to spar with you, Queensbury style.
Yeah.
You know the old Queensbury style, Mr. Ham?
Oh, yes, I do, Terry.
Arms up like so, and then knee him in the old bollocks.
That's right.
But for 150 blanks, and you've still got a chance, old Mr. O. Could it be raisins? Let's all now just chant raisins.
Raisins.
Raisins. And let's just see what we're gonna get. Because I think you might win the blueprints of a speedboat tonight. For 150 blanks, it is, of course, Boxing Virgins. So you didn't quite get there, old Mr. O. Never mind. I mean, it was a valiant attempt. You climbed the old mountain of answer, but I'm afraid you're plummeting to your own nonsense. Anyway, old Tell has got to go back up to the old Cloud N, open brackets INE, close brackets 9. He's meeting a certain Marty Kane, and they're going to have some fondue. And if he's lucky, a little bit of fondant. I'll see you later.
See you later, Terry.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank,
David Hamilton,
blankety blank,
June Whitfield,
blankety blank,
Derek Nimmo,
blankety blank,
Wendy Richards,
blankety blank,
Kenny Everett, Sally James, and here's
There we go.
Sally James should have been bottom left, not bottom right.
No, it's not correct,
She
is it?
should have been bottom left. Bottom left, unfortunately, in the 70s and 80s was always for young, attractive crumpet. I'm
What
afraid.
about Wendy Richards? Is
Wendy Richards shouldn't have been. She I reckon 4 or 5 years previous, bottom left is very much her terrain. But I'm afraid that moment has now gone. She needs to be top right or top middle.
Now, I was worried about this, and it's happened.
Yeah. Oh God, what's happened?
As there was no public service message at the end of the blank titles, I have now done drugs and got the AIDS. So sorry,
Oh, no.
everybody. I've let you all down. But I thought after a few weeks of ramshackled country and western titles, it was time we went back to the originals. I got the blessing of the Hazelhursts. So.
It's common sense now, isn't it? You stand 2 meters now from the AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going into an AIDS shop, you wash your hands.
And you ask for everything apart from condoms, cotton wool.
Yeah, and then you should be just use your common sense. Use your noggin.
Yeah. I was always worried. You know that AIDS advert? They've got that giant monolith.
With John Hurt doing the voiceover.
Yeah, don't die of ignorance, darling. I always wondered if it was the beginning of 2001, all the monkeys are sat around, and then that monolith pops up and falls down and kills one of the little monkeys. That'd be awful. Thanks, Stanley Kubrick.
For shattering all my dreams.
For killing an ape.
How do you stand on Kubrick's I can't even remember what it's called. I hate it that much. But I love it. No. I'm Gigolo Joe. Whee!
Oh, Barry Lyndon.
No! With little Hale Jolie Osment as the kid.
AI?
AI. Kubrick's
Spielberg.
film that was never made.
Yeah,
But wasn't it? Yeah, but it was Kubrick's film that was never made.
yeah, but I have a feeling that Kubrick wouldn't have made that fucking.
No. Well, how
Stupid.
do you stand on it? And if
It's
you're
not-
standing on it, do you jump up and down and make sure it's?
I would. I didn't care for it.
No, I didn't care for it. A
It was one of those films that just fucking went on and on and on and on and
A
on.
lot
And on.
of people love it so.
The thing that made me roll my eyes into oblivion was the caption at the end where it says something like "a million years later,"
Yeah.
and there's that talking teddy bear that's like "Mummy,"
And then it ends with
not in a jazz singer racist way.
no.
See,
And then
I'll film it.
And then it ends with "You have been watching."
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Why aren't
and then-
films doing this?
You got the blues, you got the blues. Body's in well,
this,
only doing only wrong.
Yeah.
Or they're quite often. There's this one. Yeah, you got the blues.
And of course, you've got the
Or reading something and going.
you've got the horseman whose name I've completely fucking forgotten. Felix Thingy-Bobby.
Yeah.
Where he's just basically like rant. And no one ever knows what he's saying.
Oh, and that's.
I
not the
wanted it
rant.
one week to be.
Is that not the rant though from the episode? Because you can always tell the ones that could be bothered.
No, he every week he'd make one up where he's just ranting at camera, pointing, and no one ever knew what he was saying.
I reckon that's him talking to the director live. You fucking cunts, you made me.
I'd love it if they cut one week to when it said, you have been watching, and you got Sue Pollard waving, Jeffrey Holland waves, and then the twins, those weird twins.
Oh yeah, they'd always be
Had them bumming each other and waving. I'm the one underneath giving that grimace, like, oh.
Or one just holding the other one's head.
Yeah, that'd be even better, like Kathy Griffin. Everyone's saying hello to Dan, so Dan, hello Dan.
Hi Dan,
everyone. Yeah, our highbrow chat about Heidi High titles
at the end of AI doesn't seem to wash.
See, this is why I fucking love our audience. The Webb twins. Thank you very much.
Twins,
who coincidentally were webbed. When they ejaculated, they could make spider webs.
Really? I did not know.
They did a whole summer season at Blackpool where they did their own interpretation of Spider-Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a sellout crowd.
Do you know that bit in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film where you see Tobey Maguire's hand and he shoots the web out to a building site? That was actually from one of the Webb twins to their cocks in a glove.
Right.
With their balls in between.
Right.
And jettisoning one of their arcs of semen towards a building site. And as you can see in the film, it doesn't quite stick because it's obviously before CGI. So,
good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to know that they had a career after Heidi High in the
They were the go-to men.
Special effects business.
They were the go-to men for pornography.
Good Lord.
The Webb twins who died today.
Who died today? I worked with the lovely Ruth Maddock once, and she was an absolute joy.
Was
she really was. She was the one that we were rehearsing on a Friday for a live show on the Saturday. She's the one in the hotel on the Friday going, "Oh, come on now, one more fucking drink, come on!"
Oh, lovely. I like
Everyone's
that.
like, "No, we need to go to bed." She's like, "Oh, don't be such a fucking pussy."
Really?
Hey! Not to that extreme, but she was literally like, "Come on," and I was like, "Yes, I'm with you, Ruth. We're staying up all night."
Here's a good question. Who are the worst celebrity twins? I'm going to say the Oliver twins from Codemasters for wasting so much of my childhood fucking about on Treasure Island Disney. The worst twins are the ones from Harry Potter.
Oh, controversial. Are you really happy? Are you really happy when one of them dies? Really happy?
Pretty much.
One of them gets killed, doesn't he?
I think they killed the one who couldn't act very well off. I think that was a wise decision.
Right, so they just went A, B, C, U. I really don't like the two twins in the Doctor Who episode, The Twin Dilemma.
Oh, God, they're awful. Ha! Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, James A. Silk. I fucking hate them.
There's also those twins in The Shining who I've met. Did I ever tell you my Shining premiere story? Not premiere, anniversary screening story.
No.
All right, I'm going to tell you all because this is half blag, half fucking partridge. It's the most. It's one of those experiences. When I think about it now, I still go, "Oh God, that was embarrassing."
Go on.
Basically, I had in about 2000. When would it have been? It was 2015, maybe.
I want every sordid detail from this.
Okay. Well, I had a movie writing website called Cinetropolis,
Right.
and I'm friends with the guy on Twitter, Howie Berry. He's a lovely fella. He runs something called the Elstree Project, which celebrates all the work Elstree did in the film industry.
He was
Quite
very
well.
good in James Bond.
Anyway, so he messaged me one day and said, because we really supported the Elstree Project because we were really fond of it. And he messaged me and said, look, we're doing a screening of a 35th anniversary screening of The Shining.
Yeah.
Would you like to come? And I said, yes. And it was in St. Albans, which is where I used to live. So I knew where to get there. It's in an old cinema called the Odyssey, which they've revamped and it's beautiful inside. It's a proper Art Deco cinema. Anyway, so I turn up and when I get there, it's a proper corporate type premiere thing. Like Warner Brothers people are there. And I turn up and I say, I'm John Rain from Cinetropolis. And they give me a press pass, which I've still got to this day. It's this beautiful Warner Brothers thing with a big card that says The Shining Press.
Nice.
Which I was literally just sort of, I wanted to run around and go, press.
FBI of films.
So I'm shepherded over to this corner and I'm there with Nev Pierce from Empire, who I know. I met that evening, and I've met him quite a few times before since, and I often tell him this story how silly it was because I'd never done anything like this before in my life, and I assumed when I was asked to attend, I thought, well, I'm just going to sit in the audience and going to watch The Shining. No. What's going to happen is that you're going to be put in. I can see TARDIS.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can see his tail.
I was put into a corner with Empire, Hollywood Reporter, and me. And they were like, and this woman comes over and goes, is everyone okay? And I'm thinking she's going to say, you want to go and take your seats and watch the film? She said, the cast and crew will be coming through in a bit. And what we'll do is we'll give you 5 minutes with each. I'm like, I have done zero preparation.
I don't know what to say. Oh my God. You smell nice.
I'm put in this little fucking...
what's your favourite breakfast?
Yeah, so I'm put in this little area. And then the first people that are brought over to me are the twins from The Shining. And I'm thinking I can blag this because, that bit's seminal. So I got through that. It might not have been 5 minutes. It might have been 3 minutes, but it felt like an hour. So I improvised. I got my phone. I put the dictaphone recording setting on.
Yeah.
So I just recorded it. And I interviewed the Grady twins and asked them fairly innocuous questions just to pass the time. And they were very interesting.
Do you share a bath?
Have you both done it together? They're tiny.
You both have one husband.
Yeah, they're tiny though. They still are. I mean, I'm 6 foot, but they were like literally tiny.
Right.
So I finished with them, and then they're like, "Here's Garrett Hedlund, who is the Steadicam. He invented Steadicam essentially."
Right.
I'm talking to him, and I'm thinking, "Okay, cool," because I can talk about the maze sequence. That's fine. How cool that is. So, and then they're like, "Here's the producer." I'm like, "Ah." So I got through that, and then eventually they're like, "Here's Lee Unkrich, the guy who directed Toy Story 3, who's this huge Shining nerd."
Yeah. Hi.
And I'm just thinking, oh God, I don't know what to say to him. So
I bet you didn't know this, but Gonzalo's nose is made of mincemeat. No, I didn't know that.
So I say to him, we start talking, and then I say, I think I read somewhere around the time that he's a Shining fan. So I said, are there any Shining references in any of your films? And he said, oh God, yeah. And he started listing them all. Then I thought, oh, I'll mention Room 237, that documentary about the conspiracies and everything. After that. And then eventually I had someone said to me, 30 seconds. And I went, so what's your favorite film? And he looks at me for a second and he went,
this is going to be
Shining. Good. And I went, okay. And then I thought, I've still got a couple of seconds. And it was one of those moments, sometimes your mouth fires off before your brain's processed it.
Oh, that's just my entire life. Yes.
Yeah. Before I could even think, I went, what's your second favorite film?
Second favorite film? And he went, one of our dinosaurs is missing.
He said, no, I can't.
Bring us Stuart Bob too.
Yeah, he said Rita, Sue, and Bob too. No, I can't remember what he said, but God, I wanted to die. I wanted to die when that came out because he must have just thought, what the fuck kind of question is that?
What's your favourite colour? What's your second favourite colour?
Awful. But thankfully, he was the last person I spoke to, and then we got to go in and watch the film, which was lovely. But that whole experience, every time I think of The Shining now, I think of asking the director of Toy Story 3 what his second favourite film is. See, that was like being on Parkinson.
Well, feet deep to diddly dee. That was absolutely wonderful there, Sabalon Glitz. Have you got any other golden nuggets from the pouch that is your life? Or must I feet deep to diddly dee to our next guest?
It's not as
I'm going
funny
to feet deeply deep to our next guest. Now, our next guest can often be described as fictional. That's because they haven't turned up. So, feet deep to diddly dee, it's still you with your... Hang on. So, any more big films that you went to? What's your second best story, John?
What, in terms of going to film stuff?
Yes.
I got to go to the Mission Impossible Fallout media screening in Leicester
Get
Square.
away. I went to the Sunshine premiere.
Oh.
It was shit.
Oh, I went to Mission Impossible Fallout, and I got to sit with all the Empire lads, which was very exciting.
Wow. Yeah,
Hey,
that's really good.
we're talking about tales.
Yeah.
How about we mention some tales that are unexpected? What do you think, boys and girls? Should we talk about some tales of the unexpected, shall we? Come on, I can't hear you.
Fuck off. All right. Press play. Well, that was quick. John,
Yeah,
start us off.
Shall I go first?
Yeah, please do.
In the style of Dial. This is called The Portentous Peril of Pappas.
Oh, you give yours titles every time you... Go on.
Sorry. I'll start again. Noted historian Peter Pappas was on his way to the University of London to deliver a lecture on the perils of war. His train journey was like any other. However, when he reached his destination, he was now a feral Nazi baboon made of bombs.
And they dare to say that truth is stranger than fiction.
How dare they?
How dare they? Hello, I'm Roald Dahl, and
Hi,
I've
Roald.
just done something rather peculiar into a Muller corner. However, how does this grab you? 3 men are discovered one morning face down dead, apparently all drowned in a church font. And the names of these 3 dead men? Philip Times, Bob New, and Colin Roman. Times, New, Roman. Dead in a font. And the name of the church? Our Lady Blessed Comic Sans.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, what an
I'm not sleeping tonight.
I am staying awake until Tuesday.
Tuesday at least. Well, if your spine has recovered, I've got another tingle for it. This is called Nice Weather for Ducks.
Hang on, it's called Nice Weather for Ducks.
Renowned weatherman Austin Ducks was the person the nation would turn to every day for their weather news. But on this day, his news would be darker and stormier than ever before, as he had woken up as a crispy fried duck and pancake dish that was about to be served to Jeff Capes and Clive Sinclair.
Well, I just shat out of my ear hearing that. How's this grab you? They say that cats have 9 lives, but not the stray cat looking inside Peter Trumpet's window.
Can I have
Just-
that on my gravestone? Sorry.
Yeah. What? Not the stray cat looking inside Peter Trumpet's window. Because this cat has 9 wives with 9 lives.
I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm scared.
I mean, a cat with 9 wives with 9 knives? Tell you what, that's so rolled for you, isn't it? You just take you think you're going, you think you know where you're going,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just sort of make shit up.
I tell you what, Paul. God help us
Yeah.
if he makes a tom-tom.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's a reference from about 2004. This story is called The Last Laugh.
Ah, oh no, tears of a clown.
Bobby Laughs was the best comedian in the world. But one Christmas day, the joke was very much on him. He read a fairly innocuous Christmas cracker joke, but over that particular turkey dinner, his balls exploded.
I like the fact that it was one Christmas day.
Hmm.
One Christmas day.
Not going to be two.
I think I've now cottoned on to what really gets us is the names of the people.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, just listen to the twist will literally shiver your shit. Are you ready?
Mhm. Yeah.
3 men have been shipwrecked on an island for nearly a year. Now, so whilst one day out looking for food, hunting and foraging, the men discover an old lamp in the dirt. They rub it, and you're right, it's a genie's lamp.
Wow.
And a genie appears and grants them 3 wishes. And as there's 3 men, he grants them 1 wish apiece. The first man wishes to be back at home with his wife and family. He's missed them so much for nearly a year, and poof, he disappears. The second man wishes to be back on his parents' farm with his family, where he can be loved and hopefully put this terrible ordeal behind him. Poof. The genie turns to the third man and says, "And what do you wish for?" That's my genie voice.
It's good.
The third man thinks, and then immediately complains about feeling lonely and wishes for his 2 friends to come back.
Sorry.
I mean,
This one. I mean,
what a
that was. I mean, I can imagine that.
I can imagine it.
I can imagine it.
Wow.
This one is called Christmas Decorations.
What's it
Mhm.
called again?
Christmas Decorations.
Federations.
Mm.
Okay.
I tell you what, Paul. I was reminded of a tale once told to me by my grandmother.
Ah.
It seems that once a year, the coal man would dress up as Father Christmas and come down the chimney to delight the children of her house. However, one. However, shut up.
It's the fact that you laugh so much at your own
I'm
material.
laughing because you're laughing. However, one fateful Christmas, he emerged on the hearth as a white chocolate pair of old tits.
Well, that was very emotional. That one.
Oh.
That really got me.
That'll be a struggle for the prop department.
I mean, there are some stories that will stick with me. That one. I'll be telling that one for minutes to come.
Well, my grandmother did. Sorry, carry on.
Now, here we go. Terence Strap-on. Listen, it's not rude because it's 2 P's. Strap-on.
Okay.
And I tell you what, no, let's not cheapen this, John.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's make him Italian.
Strap-on.
Tindolini Strapone.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Attempts to impress a dental hygienist by doing a handstand on the dentist's chair. But the short-sighted dentist doesn't notice and removes his wisdom teeth via his ass. Also, is that the twist? That's a really short episode. He goes in, does a handstand, and gets teeth pulled out of his rectum. Duh, duh.
I just want the dentist to explain how he doesn't notice that he's going in via the rectum.
Short-sighted. I did say he was short-sighted.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Roald Dahl stated short-sighted.
Who am I to argue with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Man?
No, please.
Okay. This is my last one.
Whew. And the best until last, I presume.
It's called Red Fingers. Chinese water gardener Wang Feng was famous. I'm gonna die.
You're literally about to go off air.
Was famed for his delicate and beautiful horticulture works. However, one day, while distracted by a beautiful butterfly, he accidentally created a topiary that depicted Mao Zedong being fisted by Bernie Winters. So he was rounded up by the Chinese authorities and locked into a room with a bum-hungry communist bear.
Now, people are going to think, oh, come on, that's a load of rubbish, John. But I have heard David Attenborough use that term. This bear is bum-hungry.
This bear is bum-hungry and communist in its political leanings.
Okay, well, I've got one more for you. And this, I mean...
Paul, can I stop you before we start? Is this going to give me nightmares?
This is going to give you... No, this won't give you nightmares. This will give everyone else nightmares who will then creep into your bedroom to sleep with you and then give you nightmares.
Sounds all right. Go.
Fire
away.
All right. Gordon Past. Perfectly normal name.
That's a fine name.
Gordon Past is planning on proposing to his childhood sweetheart, Lisa. He has booked a table at their favorite restaurant and hidden the ring inside a glass of champagne. Except he hasn't. He isn't even called Mr. Past. He's really called Adrian, and he's naked, and he's tied up and on an inflatable castle with Enya inside an abandoned pub made of guns.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Nobody saw that coming, and of course, with all of Roll's notes, they must be ripped up, shat on, surrounded by salt, and ignored for 9 months.
I've actually emailed mine to NASA, and they're firing it into space next week.
They're going to jettison it into space.
Oh, yes, in much the same way that a penis does. We've got lots of comments from that.
From
what we just did, the Tales of the Unexpected.
Okay, yeah.
I'd happily watch a spin-off of just 2 hours of this segment.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Or would you? Yes, you would. You just said you would.
Do you chaps mind pausing for a minute? I have to let the dog out for a week. Sorry,
Oh, God.
Justin. This is a train that cannot stop until 11 o'clock. I'm afraid. Imagine this is your first JP special. Oh, yeah, you should tune into this YouTube thing, said a friend. What now? What now?
Well, wise words, Tim.
Wise, indeed. Wise.
Wise words.
Well, I think I think we've scared them all.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were genuinely frightening stories. I know that we said we might just do Tales of the Unexpected twice, but I think we've got a third in us.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think next week we could definitely do some more tales.
Yeah, I think so.
Why don't you go through some comments while I replenish? Because I've run out of wine.
You go and do your wine after.
I'll be super quick.
He'll be super quick, but send me some questions while Paul's got.
I'm like a gazelle, me, and I'm off.
Paul's gone. Paul Litchfield, who died today. In other news, a bank robber was released from jail today after claiming innocence because he was dead. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, with there. Send me a question. John, has anyone demanded payment to appear on Smurfpod? No. Because no one would do that. They all do it for the love of A, speaking to me, and B, talking about their favourite films. They don't enjoy speaking to me. No one does. Ghoulies or Troll? Troll. I really like the first Troll. Fun fact in Troll. I'll tell you what. I'll give someone a shiny penny if they tell me what the boy is called in Troll. Fun fact. John, please do your Dreyfus impression. Do I do a Dreyfus impression? You mean like Hooper? No, I don't think I can. I don't think I do. Did I do one last week? God, I must have drunk a lot. Fat Tulip's Garden or Rick Mail's Grim Tales. It wasn't perfect, but I was quite enamored with the little chair he'd be on that would walk across the screen at the beginning. Paul Litchfield, who got some more wine today? Why I couldn't agree more. Wine should always be close by. Who's the most famous person's mobile number you both have? I don't really want to say. Paul, who's the most famous person's mobile number you have?
I don't really want to say.
I don't really.
Let's just say it rhymes with a certain Pames John.
I think you should have Nick Ross say don't have nightmares. I was thinking of that earlier. Hang on. Someone's got it. Yes, Harry Potter from Troll. The boy is called Harry Potter. And that was made years before the book.
What?
The film Troll.
Oh, what's the film Troll?
It's a shitty horror. Well, not horror. It's a fantasy horror film that was made in the mid-80s.
Oh, okay.
The sequel is very famous for being one of the worst films ever made. Even though it wasn't supposed to be a sequel, it was a shitty Italian movie that they then called Troll 2.
What's the collection of Stephen King short thingies that are made into and it stars a little creature at the end trying to steal people's breath?
Oh, Cat's Eyes.
Cat's Eyes, that's the one. It's got
That's got. Sorry.
Well, no, the first story is stunning. The smoke.
Quit smoking.
It's
got Robert Hayes from Airplane on it.
So fucking scary. That's horrible.
And it's got that every breath you take.
Oh, the idea of we definitely will make you stop smoking. Yeah. Well, you can try, and then torturing his wife by electrocuting her. So, oh my!
Yes. God. What's the other story in that? Because there's that.
Yeah.
There's the cat.
There's that. There's a middle story, and then there's the one with the little troll trying to steal the child's breath.
No memory of the middle story.
Nobody knows what the middle story is.
No. Write in if you know. Someone will know. These lads are amazing. Would you do Batman Returns for Smurfpod simply for Dan Thomas? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Just so we can say, I wish I had more than these expensive baubles.
Baubles?
What's the oddie story? Paul's told you before. I can't remember what podcast we did it on. I think it was on a Smersh, wasn't it?
All right, I'll do a really, really quick one. I used to own the Goodies bike, after they'd used it for years, and we used it in our Edinburgh shows. We have, over the years, me and my comedy troupe, The Trap, have all bumped into individual members of the Goodies, and different times gone, oh, we now own your bike. And when we told Graham Garden, he was like, oh my God, that's amazing. God, that thing was a nightmare to drive. Pleasant, chat. When we talked to Tim Taylor, he just went, oh, I remember sitting in the middle of that thing. It was a bone shaker. We loved it, but it was a danger on wheels, ha ha ha, blah blah blah. And then we saw Bill Oddie, and we said, "Oh, we own your bike," and he went, "You're fucking welcome to it," and walked off. Thanks,
Fun
Bill.
fact, that was the first time ever recording of. Oh, which one? Cat's Eyes. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Middle story, the ledge. Yes, of course. The guy sneaks out onto the ledge and the mafia. Yeah.
But it's the pigeon trying to get rid of him.
Actually, maybe that's Robert Hayes from Airplane. Tim, is that Robert Hayes from Airplane that's the ledge?
I think it is, yeah. He's
James Woods is the stop smoking one.
James Woods, yes.
Tom
Oh,
Hardy for Bond, yay or nay? Yay. Yay.
Are you a yay? For Tom
Yeah.
Hardy?
I
I'm
am.
a nay.
I'm very much a yay.
He's just a squatter, more compacted version of what we already have.
Yeah, but have you watched Inception?
Oh, yeah.
He's in that as like a posh British
French.
type.
Is he French or British?
No, he's British because he keeps saying old boy.
Smoking a Gauloise. And
He's a bit like Robert Shaw in Russia with Love. He keeps saying old boy. Here we go. Yeah, Hayes was on the ledge. Thanks, Tim.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
These guys are like fucking Wikipedia, aren't they?
I think we're just being followed by Wikipedia.
Has there been a children's sketch show comedy since Fast Forward? Yeah, there's a Sorry I Have No Head.
Yes,
which I wasn't. I both didn't have children at the time and was too old to watch it. But I've since revisited it with my children. It's very funny.
Horrible History is a sort of sketch show.
Yeah, but Fast Forward was very good.
Oh, is it?
Fast Forward is where I got my favorite joke from as a child, which was the Egyptian one where they don't have doorbells. You have to toot and come in.
Ah, that's nice.
If you could be any Doctor Who assistant, who would you be?
Well, I can no. Ooh, I don't. It doesn't bode well for many of them, to be honest.
Are we talking? If we're talking classic Who, I'd like to be Joe.
God, what with Pertwee trying to kill her all the time?
Well, you don't want to be Adric or Turlo, do you? Maybe Jamie, I suppose.
You want to be Jamie?
Well, he's with Patrick, so he's going to get some handoffs, isn't he?
I'm going to be Romana because just the fun and I'll be sexy as fuck.
I like this. Has Tom Hardy done anything with Morgan Freeman and Bruce Willis?
Hey,
that's a very good. Don't be such a heel.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
good joke.
Yeah, you certainly stewed that one in.
Would they CGI? Famously, Sean Connery's got a tattoo on his forearm, which when you watch it, the Bond films in standard definition, you don't see them. But when the Blu-rays, you can see them. They put makeup on it to hide it. He's got like a panther or something on his forearm here. But if you watch any Connery film and look at his forearm, you can mostly see it.
And if you watch The Hunt for Red October, you can't see the tattoo he's got on his forehead of Roger Moore sucking cocks.
Shucking cocks.
Shucking sharks.
I would be Tom Baker's scarf. I've got Tom Baker's scarf, not the actual one. But someone, for my birthday, someone bought me the...
Oh, you got a wet plicker?
I've got the early 80s version that's all red.
Oh, lovely.
It's very nice. I can't wait for winter.
Are you going to don it? Or
I will. Yeah.
So this is going to hang on, because some certain memorabilia is just for looking at and appreciating, and not for donning and going through wear and the tear.
I'm going to don it because
you're going to wear and tear it.
I got it on my birthday, and which was only a few weeks ago, and it's been very warm. But when it's winter, yes.
Wow.
Yes, Jason. We've both got the scarf.
Ah.
Well, Tom Baker does know how to make bread.
Maybe you can both meet and stick the scarves up your ass.
I hope I can meet Jason one day. He's a very funny man. Makes me laugh. He's obsessed, as all people should be, with Smashy and Nicey End of an Era.
That's a perfectly.
Which is one of the best comedy specials ever made.
I can tell you something I'm genuinely obsessed with, and it isn't funny, but I'm genuinely obsessed with it. I often, at least 2 or 3 times a week, will watch just the end credits to Dune.
Oh yeah. Is
Because
that with
it is like you have been watching.
It is.
They do, and the music's beautiful, and they go through all the cast alphabetically, and it's so dramatic and beautiful, and it's all do 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 dum bum bum bum, and they all do this perfect looking into camera, smouldering like, and I'm obsessed with it.
There's a bit in Dune I'm obsessed with. It's where Carl McLaughlin gets touched by somebody, and he thinks, "How do I tell her this is turning me on?" It feels like proper porn. And also when they have that fight, him and Patrick Stewart, and they don those square shield suits.
Yes, that's amazing. Brilliant special effects in that.
It's a great film. It's a bit weird, but yeah.
I was thinking that could be a film that we could talk about on your other podcast.
We should,
because I have a genuine affection for it.
I'd love to.
I'm looking forward to the remake as well.
I was going to say we should go and watch the remake together.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It's all ready to go, like James Bond. All these brilliant films are all ready to go, but they're just not going to release them. And
I mean, when you look at the cast of the remake, fucking hell. Soundtrack by Toto.
Yeah, I know, and it's a genuinely brilliant soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
There's one track by Brian Eno in it. But it's very, very good soundtrack. My favorite scene is the box where Carl McLaughlin, Paul Atreides gets tested by the Bene Gesserit mother, Gaius, whatever she's called, and she just goes, "Put your hand in the box." He puts his hand in the box, and then she pretends that it's on fire. And then she says, "It was a test, young Atreides. Remove your hand from the box."
What would the Dune porn parody be?
Poon.
Yes. I also, the fat guy who floats around.
Yeah, Baron.
He should be, a giant. He should have a massive penis.
Right.
Just a thought. Also, that cage they bring in at the beginning, the fish tank with the Eraserhead baby in it. Yes. That could be a cock and balls, couldn't it?
That could, yeah. It's a massive cock. Yeah, I love that end scene's brilliant. Where he just goes, "I was never here. We did not speak," and everyone's going, "Yeah, but it's fucking obvious we did. Look at the fucking size of you."
Would you do a mini smash of Prisoner episodes?
Oh, God,
I mean, that's a lot of work to take on, though, isn't it?
I won't be pushed, shoved, cajoled. Oh, go on then.
That's a separate podcast, I think.
What, the Prisoner? Yeah.
It's like when we first talked about doing Doctor Who stuff. It was more sensible to do a separate thing.
Yeah. But to be honest, yes, I would definitely. Have you been to Port Merion?
Yeah,
same here. It's amazing.
Jason Momoa, you've got.
I stayed there. I stayed in number 6's
stayed there,
but I stayed in number 6's house.
I stayed. I went to a family party where the person had hired out the entire thing.
What? The entire village?
Yeah, they were rich old people. And,
my God!
This was about 15 years ago. And
did they say you are the new number 6?
See, I didn't know much about The Prisoner then. I subsequently did.
Yeah. All beautiful Fenella Fielding did all the announcements on the tannoy. On the tannoy, so you go ba-bum, ba-bum. Hello, everyone. Today, Patrick McGowan's going to go through a right load of old shit. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Today, Patrick McGowan, who got trapped in a testicle today. Krull, good or bad movie? I have a soft spot for Krull.
Krull is brilliant.
Yeah.
When the evil O'Doddery man gets taken over by the other one and all his eyes go all black and oh God, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And Bernard Bresslaw is in it.
He is a Cyclops.
And he's really good in it.
And they've got magic Shire horses.
I know, it's stunning.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
We're an hour in.
Christ, we better do something quick.
We better do something because we've got a couple of things coming up.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the thing you wanted to do earlier?
Current
affairs.
Here's the thing. Earlier today, John and I were like trawling around old comedy clips of blankety blank and bits and bobs, and I came across that very, 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 very famous Jeremy Paxman interview.
Yeah.
The interview where he just keeps saying, "Did you threaten to overrule them?"
Hmm.
And I always thought that was always about some MP called Michael Howard or something, but apparently no, it's not. I don't know why we've got this mixed up because it's so obvious when you hear it. But this is an interview that Paxman did on Newsnight with Sid James, and we've got the transcript, and we think it's probably years have passed, but I think we should hear this verbatim if you don't mind.
No, let's run VT. Run VT.
Yeah.
James, the carry-on star of Pinewood Studios, is with us in the studio. Now, Mr. James, perhaps you can help us with this. You've stated in your statement that the main star of the carry-on films that I, which is you, personally told that Kenneth Williams should be suspended immediately. That when Gerald Thomas objected, as it was an operational matter, that I threatened to instruct him to do it. Well, Gerald Thomas says that Sid James has certainly told me that Kenneth Williams should be suspended and had threatened to overrule me. Are you saying that Gerald Thomas is lying?
Now, I have given a full account of this, and my position is what I told the studio. And let me tell you what my position is.
So are you saying that Gerald Thomas lied?
No. Let me tell you exactly what the position is. I was entitled to be consulted.
Yes.
And I was consulted. I was entitled to express an opinion, and I did express an opinion. I was not entitled to instruct Gerald Thomas what to do, and I did not instruct him what to do. And you will understand, and I recall that Kenneth Williams was not suspended. He was moved, and Gerald Thomas told the producers of Pinewood that it was his opinion, Gerald Thomas's opinion, that he should be moved immediately. And that is what happened.
Gerald Thomas says I, that is Gerald Thomas, told him what we had decided about Kenneth Williams and why he, that is you, exploded. Simply moving Mr. Williams is politically unpalatable. It sounded indecisive. It would be seen as fudge. And if I did not change my mind to suspend Williams, he would have to consider overruling me.
Kenneth Williams.
You can't both be right.
Kenneth Williams was not suspended. I was entitled to express my views. I was entitled to be consulted.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
I was not entitled to instruct Gerald Thomas, and I did not instruct him. But the truth.
But did you threaten to overrule him?
The truth of the matter is that Kenneth Williams was not suspended.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
I did not overrule Gerald Thomas.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
I took advice on what I could or could not do.
Did you threaten to overrule him, Mr. James?
And I acted strictly in accordance. I did not overrule Gerald.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
Kenny Williams was not suspended.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
I have accounted for my decisions to dismiss Kenneth Williams.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
In great detail before the producer, Peter Rogers.
I know that you're not answering the question that you threatened to overrule him.
Look, the important aspect of this, which is very clear to bear in mind...
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to be frightfully rude.
Is that...
I'm sorry, it's a straight yes or no question, and it's a straight yes or no answer. Did you threaten to overrule him?
I discussed this matter with Gerald Thomas. I gave him the benefit of my opinion. I gave him the benefit of my opinion in strong language, but I did not instruct him because I was not entitled to instruct him. I was entitled to express my opinion, and that is what I did.
With respect, that is not answering the question of whether you threatened to overrule him.
It's dealing with the relevant point. which is what I was entitled to do and what I was not entitled to do. And I have dealt with this in detail before the Pinewood studio heads and before the rank organization.
With respect, you have not answered the question. Did you threaten to overrule him?
Well, yeah. You see. The question is what I was entitled to do and what I was not entitled to do, and I was not entitled to instruct him, and I did not do that.
Right. Well, we'll leave that aspect there.
Knickers.
Heart-hitting
Wow.
stuff.
Wow,
Heart-hitting stuff.
yeah, so good to hear that transcript again. He just James never. Paxman had James over a barrel, didn't he?
Really did. It was embarrassing when you think about it.
Really embarrassing. And this was just before, one of the last Carry On films. Sid had disappeared at this point. It really was the end of Sid. Off with his head.
How
Real shame.
was that YouTube thing not the thing you watched? Brilliant. They did a version of the Michael Howard versus Paxman overall interview, but with Sid James instead of Howard. She looks at me blank. I mean, that sums up the thing we've been doing every Friday night for about 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it is about 12 weeks now, by the way.
Is it really?
I think it is about that, yeah.
Oh, doesn't time fly when you're trapped at home and you've got no work or no future? Fun.
Well, Mark, I'll answer your question. I'm not an actor. If I was a proper actor, that would have been a lot more. I does my best.
He does his best. You're good at the faces, not so much the voices.
No. You've got it in for me with voices. I was told the other day my voices are excellent.
Who by?
Dan Thomas.
Right. Do your best voices now.
No.
No, go on.
What? With what? What's my material? What am I doing?
Well, no, you've got some good voices in your comedy cabinet.
No, I'm not going to do it now. Not in front of all these people.
Oh, who's your best though?
Dan's in the comments. He'll back me up.
All right.
I do a very good Sean Connery.
Right, go on. Say several sausages. That's perfect for Sean.
Several sausages. I'll say this.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You're best. Only losers whine about doing their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Highlander. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's actually from Rush with Love.
Oh, okay.
We have got comments going mental.
Let's hear them.
Marley Maitland loves John impressions. I don't know what that means. It's a safe place, John. I know, but at the same time, I don't want Paul kicking me in the stones live on air. What was your favourite Bob Block sitcom, Rent a Ghost or Galloping Galaxies? You know what? Funnily enough, I remember
Both really good.
I remember being really excited about Galloping Galaxies when I heard Kenneth Williams was in it as the robot.
Yes.
And then I went camping with my school, and my dad. You know when you go camping with school when you're about 9, 10.
Yeah.
And you get letters from your parents.
Yeah.
This is my dad's. This is my dad's style, and he does it to this day. I got a letter from my dad, bearing in mind I'd been away from home for 5 days. He went,
right.
Hi, John. He'd drawn a stupid picture in a Spike Milligan style, because that's what he used to do. And then he went, Kenneth Williams is dead. Hope you're having a nice time. See you when you get home. Fucking hell.
Oh, my God.
And he rings me to this day. I'll get a phone call. It's my dad. And he'll just go, so-and-so's dead. Okay.
Brilliant.
How are you? I'm all right. I'll speak to you later.
I love a zero context conversation.
But that
Just
letter, I'll always remember that. I remember opening it up thinking, what are my parents saying? Kenneth Williams dead. See you when you get home.
There's a slightly well-known comedian, not like big, but probably if I said his name, people would know, which I'm not. But every time I bump into him, which isn't that often, he immediately launches into a conversation where I have no grounding or context of whatever he's going to say. So the last example was when I met him, this isn't even saying, hello, Paul, how are you, or whatever.
he just goes, "Well, of course, I have my shoes made in Italy." You just go,
Jack Whitehall.
"Hello." But you reminded me of postcards. My dad's brother has been sending the same postcard for the last 50 years.
Hmm.
It's always the same. And if he doesn't keep sending them, we'll all be very upset, the family, because he always says the same 2 sentences every single time, which he always says, "Weather here, wish you were nice."
Wonderful.
And he said,
Wonderful.
my uncle David sends that every single time.
My friend used to have an
I
uncle.
love it.
My friend used to have an uncle called Mohammed who would always leave messages on his answer phone.
All right.
And he'd be a businessman. I mean, and he'd travel from where he was. I think he was in like Qatar or something.
Yeah.
And he'd always go to Peterborough for like a conference. And so every now and then, my friend would tell me, and my friend Joel would tell me, I've got another voicemail from Mohammed, and it would always be, "Hello, he said, hello, this is Mohammed. I am in Peterborough. Phone me." And he'd get that once a year. And then one day we were at work, and he came up to me and he said, "Oh, Mohammed died." And I thought, that's very sad. And then he said, "I got a voicemail today," and he just said, "Hello, I am Mohammed. I am in heaven. Phone me." And so I always think of that whenever I think of voicemails. John Credit unpacks Mr. Brass. Should have done something. No. Yeah, I'm kicking myself.
Did you threaten to overrule him?
Don't you threaten to overrule him?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hmm.
That's a good Brando.
My whisper. No. Jim Howick's whisper is very good.
Mm.
Shall I open it? Didn't Bernard Bresslaw do? Yes, he was Maureen Lipman's husband.
Yes, he was.
In the adverts, yeah. Anology.
Hang on. That wasn't Bernie Bresslaw, was it?
Yeah.
When Maureen Lipman had Anology?
Mm.
No.
Yes. All right, Wikipedia.
I think that's bullshit.
Get into action. Bernard Bresslaw was Maureen Lipman's husband in those adverts, wasn't he?
I really hope that he was.
He was. Do Rob Brydon doing Al Pacino. I can do the she's got a great ass, and you got your head right up it. Hoo-ha!
That's all I can do.
My favorite Al Pacino impression is the John Sessions one from Stella Street, because it's not an impression; it's like a caricature. But the Stella Street used to be my favorite for oh God.
Oh, come along now, Ben
Come on
Thomas.
now.
You're better than that.
You are. No, we're at 10:15. Sorry, but we've got a packed show this evening. It's time for a great game.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Of ellipses. Please, can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
Still sponsored by BT. We're getting fucking loads of money.
Oh, my God.
Paul this morning bought a Ferrari.
Good Lord. I bought a Ferrari Rocher.
Oh,
Do we have,
you
do we
ran
have
over
phone
an
lines?
ambassador.
Do we have the phone lines?
Oh, fuck, yeah. The phone lines are open.
Thank you. My God.
I
Because
forgot.
this is how I'm making my income now. During
0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second.
Now,
So
listen,
please do phone
don't
him.
get upset when you ring it and it's "Welcome to the Fijian Embassy of Cultural Studies."
Hello, this is Mohammed. I am Peterborough. So here we go. We are playing Who the Fuck Is That? Again, if you're unfamiliar with the format, Paul gets to go, then our lovely friends in the comments get to go. Paul, you are up first.
Right. Okay.
Please, can you tell me who the fuck is this? Yeah.
Well, that's Bruce Willis
Correct.
or Duncan
Correct.
Goodhue. It was either that or Duncan Goodhue.
I was thinking it could have been the guy from Pawn Stars.
Right. I don't know what any of those words mean, John.
It's a reality series where a guy's got a pawn shop in Las Vegas.
I don't
Not
know
as in PORN, as in PAWN.
I've never heard of porn. I've never heard of porn, and I've never heard of Las Vegas.
Okay, I'm going to throw this to the comments. Who the fuck's this?
Oh.
Let's see who gets this. Phone.
It's like a very sexualized John Craven. Like if he was presenting Countryfile, you'd be like, "Yeah, tell me about those fucking hedgerows."
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to get this.
Well,
Let's see.
that's because whoever he claims to be, he
Fuck,
does
I'm
not.
wrong. I'm wrong. It's Simon Callow. Yeah.
Simon Callow. Actually, yeah, there is a sort of
Fucking hell,
Callowish.
you guys are amazing. Right,
Yeah, you
Paul.
Brilliant.
Paul.
Yes,
Paul.
yes,
Paul Euripides Litchfield.
that's my name.
Who's this?
Is that supposed to be the beach bum version of Clint Eastwood?
Fuck me. Yes, that is Clint Eastwood. How is that Clint Eastwood though?
It looks more like Alan Alda that's been lost and
It
confused.
totally looks like Alan Alda. I mean, look, even Dan says Alan Alda. No,
Yeah,
an odd jock. That's Clint Eastwood.
it's not Clint Eastwood, but it's just the fact
Only in
that
a world in the Crocodile Dundee 2 where the two
it's the
Japanese
fact
guys.
that he's got his eyes like that he has to resort to doing an impression to look like the person that he claims to looky likey.
I have a curse in that when I think of Clint Eastwood, I think of the two Japanese guys on the subway in Crocodile Dundee 2 who say, "Did you see who that is? Clint Eastwood!"
Clint Eastwood.
Right, this one is for the commenters, our lovely friends, our lovely friends.
I tell you what, though, that scene that you've just spoken about in Crocodile Dundee just have a beautiful little bit of soundtrack behind it, which is the thump 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 thump.
I unashamedly love the first film. It's a lovely film.
Oh my god, it's brilliant! It's like
Second one,
Romancing the Stone.
not so much. Second one, they've basically just flipped the screenplay round and started again.
Yeah, but Romancing the Stone is the same. Romancing the Stone is brilliant, and then Jewel of the Nile is shit.
Yeah, that's true. As a friend of mine used to say, any film, Jewel of the Nile is one of them. Any sequel that starts with someone saying, "I'm bored," is redundant and Jewel of the Nile.
Yeah.
Right, friends, Romans, countrymen. Who's this?
Okay, I have an inkling.
You should go and iron your trousers. It's not Joan Wilder. Oh, yes. I'm annoyed that I drank all of my wine and didn't think to get another drink before we started this game. It's not Denise Van Outen. No.
Can
It's
I
not
guess?
Emma Bunton. Yes, you can guess.
Oh, it's already been done. Emma Bunton. All right.
No, it's not Zone Ball.
Zone Ball.
It's not
You have
Sharon
been
Stone. It's
put
not
the
Brittany. It's
phantom
not Kate
Zone
Thornton.
Ball.
Not Baby Spice. Not Brittany. No, I think I might have confuddled you all.
Well, again, because
Nope. It's not Theresa May.
no, because your answer is going to be, oh, it's really obvious. This is Sandra Bullock, and we'll be
This
like,
is not
well,
obvious. No.
It's not.
It's not Caprice. No.
This, of course, is William Shatner. And we'll be like,
It's not
oh,
a
yeah,
Ford
of course.
Caprice. It's not Karis from Catatonia. Oh my god, I think I've done it again.
It's not the actress who plays Seven of Nine
No.
in Star Trek.
It is not. It's not Molly Weir. It's not
Molly
Alicia
Weir.
Cuthbert. It's not Celia Emery. It's not Wigfield. It's not Joan Guest. It's not Frances Bean Cobain. It's certainly not Rod Hull. It's
Well,
not Scarlett Johansson. I'm going to accept one more guess and I have to tell you who it is.
Put us out of our misery, John. Who is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cameron Diaz.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't make up the lookalikes. I just pick them.
I'll just book them and make a fucking fortune out of them.
Did anyone get it? I'm just checking the comments. No, nobody got it. Okay, so
Oi,
Paul,
you.
this one's for you.
Oi, you. John Rayner of Cruise lookalike. I need you down Albert Docks, quick. Make me a fucking cushy bundle.
I mean, Dan, that's easy to say after the fact. After
Yeah,
the
come
fact.
along now, Daniel.
For fuck's sake, fudge off. Yeah, it's not. No. So, Paul, this one's for
Yes.
you.
Okay.
This one's for you as a personal gift.
Yeah, it's for my eyes only. Oh, Christ. Is that an MP? No.
No, it's not.
Is he
It's a Hollywood movie star.
Right. Does he genuinely think he's Harrison Ford?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah.
He looks like he's farting.
He really thinks he's Harrison Ford.
Right, this one for the commenters because they're all yeah, everybody got that in the comments. This one's for our friends in the comments because they're all so brilliant. I'd like you to tell me not only who this is, because that's fairly obvious, but there's something hidden about this person. And I
Oh.
reckon you all know it because I love you all and you're all brilliant. Tell me on a two-pronged answer who this is and what's special about them.
Well, obviously, yeah. Okay.
What's the special thing? They're going to get it because they're all brilliant. Okay.
Well, it's Jackie Chan,
Yes, that's right.
obviously.
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 Obviously. When we finish this game, I'm going to have to get more drinks.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Someone's done it already. Brilliant.
Okay, so Edward Llewellyn has got it. That is Merrick Sheen, who is a very successful Jack Nicholson impersonator, but he's also Michael Sheen's dad.
Ah, how wonderful. He looks a bit like the actor who plays the uptight teacher in My Captain, My Captain. He's
Dead
in
Poet
lots of
Society.
films. Yeah, he plays the dad, and he can't quite accept that his son. might be-
Clarence Boddicker from Robocop.
Yes. He's
Hmm.
currently starring in other things. He looks a bit like him. Yeah,
I
that's
can't
brilliant.
remember his name. Right,
Yeah.
Paul, this is for you.
All right.
Can you tell me who this is?
Mm. No, I can't. Charlie Chat? No.
It's a current Hollywood star.
a current Hollywood star. It
I
looks
don't mean he needs currents.
right. Is he supposed to be Night in the Museum guy?
No.
No, he's not him. He looks
No.
a bit like
Someone in the
bro-
comments has got it.
okay. He looks a bit like the brother in Everyone Loves Raymond, but not that much.
It's not Paul Litchfield.
Not me. There's a slight semblance.
There is a quite some.
I'm afraid I am stumphead. I don't know.
Excuse
is
the
it-
spelling, but it's Joaquin Phoenix.
No. That's not Joaquin Phoenix
No,
in
it's not.
any.
Okay, my lovely, dear, lovely friends in the comments, who the fuck is this?
I will say this, and what an utter fucking tool he looks.
You're not supposed to say that to a lookalike. That's rude.
He looks like such a prick.
Do you reckon you know who he is?
The beard doesn't help me, but he looks like he's almost going for a Jason Donovan, but he isn't.
No.
But it's not my guess. Is the beard supposed to be part of it? Like, oh, the beard will help you.
Someone's got it. Do you want to see?
Yeah, go on.
It's Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the beard. Yeah, all right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, right. The next one I'm going to do for the commenters again because the last one I want for you.
All right.
So our lovely friends in the comments, and they are friends.
Oh my god.
Who's this?
See, that's Joaquin Phoenix.
Hmm. I mean, if anyone gets this, I'll give them. I'll PayPal them a shiny £1.
Is it Billy Zane?
No,
All right. Is
it's
it
not Daniel Dar-Lewis, the Welsh actor.
from the
of
Valleys? You see?
Valleys. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, what's
No,
it?
it's not John
is it?
Barrowman.
Is it Rufus Sewell?
Holy fuck, Edward
Rufus
Llewellyn.
Sewell.
No, Edward Llewellyn, send me your PayPal details. It is Tom Cruise. How the fuck did you get that?
Yeah, but no one was going to say Tom Cruise because that's just a generic action shot of anyone with dark hair.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
I mean, that could have been Peter Sissons with a gun.
Or Peter Salis.
Or
Right,
Peter
Paul.
Sallis.
Paul. No, I have to say, in the interests of everybody watching, I didn't create this picture. I'm not responsible for it.
Oh God!
Don't cancel me. But I found this picture today, and I thought, holy fuck, this needs to be seen. Okay, context. Context.
This isn't Wincy Willis again.
No, it's not. It's worse. Okay, I didn't create this. Nothing to do with me. But I saw it and thought I had to share it. Paul, who's this?
Oh Christ, that's Baron Samadi from
He is,
Live and
yeah.
Let Die.
And I have a feeling
That's
he
not
is
a, that's a white man black.
that's a white man. But I tell you what, if you book him, he's a lookalike, a sound-alike, interactive, a presenter, and he's got other skills. So
Is his other skills like constantly apologizing for what he's doing?
I mean, at this
My
point,
other
I'm
skill-
thinking he can do some black and white minstrels numbers. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's like, well, if you like this, then you're going to like my first song, The All Round River. And everyone's going,
Presenter,
"Oh,
though,
God,
presenter. I mean,
presenter.
this year's award for being the best salesman. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Welcome one and all to the bestseller of Lego this year.
Do we think he gets many bookings?
Live and let know.
Live and let know. I like that.
Live and let know. You need
yeah,
to get
it does sound
is-
ominous.
that's everyone, isn't it?
That is everyone. That,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, is the end of another successful episode of Please Can You Tell Me Who the Fuck Is That? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
It is indeed good to talk. I'm
It's
going to leave you in
good
the
to
capable
talk.
hands. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Lowell Pitchfield as I go and retrieve myself another beverage.
Oh, hi. I'm not on TVs, Paul Litchfield. I've done some voiceovers and some commercials overseas. I'm about to do a big video game, but due to lockdown, I can't record it just yet. How are you? Are you okay? Are you coping? I mean, I'm fine. Hello, Edward. I'm absolutely fine. I mean, I live in London. You know, everything. Paul, which famous actor do you think you look at and think seriously? How do you get so much work? Wow. No, I can't. That's terrible because I might run into them. Please, can we have some McNee? You mean filthy little? No, we can't go there anymore. That's a really old sketch. No, you're absolutely right. Paul on his own is very much like watching a hostage video. I remember years ago, we, myself, Dan Mersh, and Jeremy Lim decided for our Edinburgh poster in 2011 that we were going to go with live BBC breaking scrolling news and all of us beaten up as hostages in the Middle East. And everyone said no. Paul, if Sid James was a transformer, what would he transform into? He'd transform into a pub. Pretty much.
He bloody would
Very
as
obvious.
well.
And John is back, probably with another half pint of baby sham. Here he is.
Half a baby sham from anybody's.
Oh, good Lord. That was a particularly very good round of Who the Fuck Is This?
It was a good one, wasn't it?
Oh.
I took, as I say, I've had a longer day today to pick them because it's summer holidays. So I was fairly meticulous in my choosing.
You were. So you weren't homeschooling today?
Nope. Summer holidays, baby.
Nice. So you just dropped the kids by the beach, came home,
You know what, though?
and you'll pick them up later.
I'll pick them up later. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I better go and get them. It's time for another round of Blankety Blank.
Get the knob off. All right.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
Billy Dainty,
blankety blank,
Janet Brown,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Cyril Fletcher,
blankety blank,
Rula Lenska,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Paul Daniels,
blankety blank,
Tessa Wyatt.
Blankety blank. Blankety blank. Blankety blank.
And here's your host dance,
Blankety blank.
Terry Wogan.
Blankety blank.
Greetings, one and all. It's Old Tell, back down onto solid ground once more. How many times has Old Tell been summoned to the mortal plane to do this old charade that is Supermatch? Old Tell was up on cloud 8.9, just next door to Old Tell's gaff, playing a lovely old game of Buckaroo with one of me old favourites, Faith Brown, who has no faith. Now, we're going to have a game of the old super match. Now, the last time Old Tell popped down to pop his trotters on old terra firma, things didn't go too well. So let's hope that this time we can finally get a winner, because for 12 weeks now, Old Tell has been coming down almost like some sort of astral community service to try and get someone to get a good answer. Now, it's super match. Here we go. There it is. Let's reveal the legend. Now, the legend is... What are you doing there, old John of Rain?
Sorry, I was just checking my phone. Very.
I heard feedback there. Oh,
Yeah,
John,
sorry.
can't even be asked to listen on a live broadcast.
My
Has to
kid
go-
sent me a,
Has to
my
go
kid
and
sent me a
check.
Skype message earlier. It just came through. Sorry.
Has to go and check that the old bailiff ain't due round until Wednesday week. Now,
I'm living in Ken Loach.
here we go.
Hmm,
It is
hmm.
Mountain Blank. But before anyone can give us an answer, we need a contestant. Now, the first person to type in Wogan's Warbling Wand gets to play. And remember, it's Mountain Blank.
Sorry.
Fum 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 fum. It's Mark Whiston, everyone, and we know for a fact it's not the real Mark, because he, of course, is
Actually, there's a
burning
challenge.
in hell.
Actually,
Oh.
Dwayne got it first.
Dwayne Hickman, a regular player to
Mhm.
Super Match. So, Dwayne, you heard the old Super Match idiom. It's Mountain Blank. Now, come up with your own answer, but before you type it, you can get some help, because here is Mark Heap. Mark, I love you in your old big train and your Friday night dinner with the old Alsatian there. You're doing very well. What say you, Mark? Mountain Blank.
Terry, did you love it in Octopussy when I was browned up and juggling fire?
That was my favourite bit.
Hmm.
In fact, I
Um,
paused it, had that screen printed onto a T-shirt, and I used to wear that golfing with old Jimmy T, open brackets, Arbuck, and old Ronnie C, close brackets, cunt.
Well, sorry, can you remind me of the legend again? Because I forgot.
Mountain.
I'm going to go with Mountain. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm going to go with Mountain
Mountain.
Ear.
Mountaineer. Okay, I see what you've done there. It's not quite in the spirit of the game. And
In that case,
no,
I'll go
no,
with.
no, we have to accept your first answer there.
Can I
Mr.
change it?
Heap.
Can I change it to Climber?
You can. I tell you what, in the spirit of all things that is fun, you can have Mountain Climber. Now, Old Tell's going to go for Mountain Top. Nice and simple. But what does our contestant have to say?
Well, I'm still.
You can
waiting
go
for
with Mark's
Dwayne.
Climber, Terry's Top, or you can go with one of your own.
Fum 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 fum
Fum
fum
fum
fum
fum
fum.
fum bum bum.
Tyrannosaur.
Mountain Tyrannosaur. When you have an old dinosaur on the old top of a peak, a bit like when old Mrs. W gets on top of a tor. Now, let's have a little look. For 50 blanks, it is, of course, and it's very obvious. Mountain Rumors.
Mountain rumors.
Mountain Rumors there. When
When
you
you've
sat
got a
up-
lot of rumors, they build up to a mountain, don't they? So
Well, that's not quite the parlance of which it's intended, there, sir. It's more along the ways of I've heard someone say round about town that old Janine has gone on top of the mountain with old Philip. I mean, I don't know if it's a rumor. That sort of thing, you know.
I do.
You do. Now, for
do.
100 blanks, it is, of course, and this just trips off the tongue, because it's how many times do you hear people just saying this? It is, of course, mountain children. The old mountain children there with their potty mouths. No homes, of course. They live amongst the bracken and the ice like little feral shits. Mountain children. But the most popular answer, and I'm hoping now, it could be Tyrannosaur, because we all want you to win the top prize, which, of course, is half of the instructions to a speedboat. It's in, of course, Taiwanese, so you won't understand it. But here we go. For 150 blanks. Oh, you're so close. You're so bloody close. Some of the letters are in this. It's not Mountain Tyrannosaur. The most popular answer with our studio audience was, of course, Mountain Jewelry.
Mountain jewelry, of course.
Mountain Jewelry. When you decide you're going to walk up a mountain and pop on your best bracelets, tiara.
I'm sure it happens.
Happens all the time. Well, unfortunately, no one again has won the old Super Match. And I don't know, old Tell's thinking, what's the bloody point? I mean, he keeps coming down from old Cloud N every week in, week out, trying to get someone to win half a Teasmade or a weekend in Dobbles, which, for those who know Devon, is a train-based museum. But no one seems to win. We'll try again next week. We're going to have to make it much simpler because old Tell desperately wants someone to win. Because, and I'll tell you this now. One of the prizes is a Horcrux. And if you get that Horcrux, old Tell is summoned back down to the physical plane, where he will run amok like an evil Irish fuckwit wizard. See you later.
See you later.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
Billy Dainty,
blankety blank,
Janet Brown,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Cyril Fletcher,
blankety blank,
Rula Lenska,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Paul Daniels,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Tessa Wyatt,
blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank,
and here's your host on
blankety blank.
Terry.
There we go.
Oh,
Blankety
I
blank.
love that theme so much. God bless Hazel
And our
Hurst.
lovely background set is there, resplendent.
Oh, now,
Yeah, sorry about that. My kids have got Skype now, so they keep sending me messages. I'm guessing they're not asleep yet.
Oh, please feed us, Daddy.
No, they're sending me videos and pictures.
One more extra air hole, Daddy.
GIFs. They've discovered GIFs. It's the end of the
they've got
world.
Gifts. Who was the guest on that sting for Blankety Blank at the end? Tanya Wyatt? Sandra Wyatt?
It was Tessa Wyatt, who
Tessa Wyatt. Who's
famously
that?
she was the one Tony Blackburn was with, and then when she left him, he famously had a breakdown on air about her, which is what they take the piss out of and smash in nicely end of an era. Jason, I know you're out there because there's that bit where Mike smashes Tessa. John, play your advert for the shit holiday park again. No, I'm sorry, I've deleted it because I didn't think it was very. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was too stupid, and I
You
deleted it.
deleted gold, sir. You deleted gold.
I thought it was too stupid and annoying. I
He
thought
loves
nobody found
only
it funny.
Gold. He deletes only gold.
I played it twice and nobody mentioned it, so I deleted it.
Oh, and then 4 weeks later you get a mention, and
That is how it goes.
Tessa Wyatt from Robin's Nest, did they say?
Yeah, Tessa Wyatt was in Robert's
So
Nest.
she's in Robin's Nest. Thank you, Neil. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I didn't know that.
Come back, Tessa, my darling.
Hey.
Now you're all telling me you like Shitland. When I played it, nobody said a fucking thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Isn't Shitland what the one member of Stonybridge Council decides
That
to
is
come up
quite
with?
right. It's the John Sparks one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shitland.
name of their town. Well, that's Shetland. Ooh.
They're all out tonight.
They're all out tonight. And it wouldn't be this show without, actually, I have to turn off the banner for a moment because we have to please our guests.
Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Look at that. Like 2 sausage rolls over a protractor.
That's where we are.
Well-
Shit, you're all telling me Shitland rules and Shitland was the best, but when I ran it, nobody said a thing.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
John, that's terrible, isn't it?
You haven't mentioned Trago Mills. That's
Well,
Paul's.
they've got a great deal happening. Get on down to Trago Mills. I mean, if you want to buy leotards and birdseed, that's the
Well,
place.
I've
to go.
got sad local news this week.
Well, go on.
The John Lewis in Watford is closed officially
Oh no, get the fuck up
because of the pandemic.
because of the pan.
And the John Lewis in Watford, which was called Truins, has been there since when I moved to Watford in 1983. It was there, and even
Right.
when they built this giant shopping centre, it was still there. So it's quite sad that it's gone. That's like 37 years worth of shop that I know of. It might have been before that as well.
And it's
Gone.
called Truins.
It was called Truins.
Wow. Did they have local adverts like don't be like
Yeah.
the rest don't be like the rest of those fucking layouts. Go
The
with
best thing about Watford is
Truins.
when you went to the Watford Cannon Cinema, which before that was the is it the ABC? I can't remember. When you went there was literally an advert for a curry house that was next door.
Mhm.
Come to the Watford Curry House next door from this cinema.
Okay, I was expecting it to go into
Sorry.
places where it should never go.
Oh no.
Right.
But it also had the best adverts that I always remember from the cinema. A, Butterkiss, rah rah
Rah
rah.
rah rah.
B, Go Bag of Bickerton. Bickerton.
Don't
Which was
remember
a
that.
bicycle that you would unfold.
Oh, like a Brompton.
Yeah, like a Brompton, but it was a
Right,
Bickerton.
but it was called a Bickerton.
Bickerton. I bought a MIDI keyboard from John Lewis Fixing. Thank you, but not from Truins in Watford, which is gone.
New Cadbury's Bickertons. Eat them,
Mm.
ride them. We don't give a fuck.
Do yourself a favour and put it into Bickertons into YouTube. You'll get that lovely advert. It's very 80s. It's lovely.
See, we used to have Larry Spears.
Storybridge!
Who was a carpet maker. Larry Spears.
Well, you're from Devon. That's all.
We used to have Ivor Dooney, who is very popular pasty maker, and people get into a lot of trouble once they start getting into pasty wars down in Devon.
Oh God!
Even
The upper-
though they were invented by the Cornish.
How did the upper crust deal with that?
We've glazed over that because a true Cornish pasty has its crust on the top, not on the side.
Yeah, the reason why, of course, pasties were invented for miners, weren't it? Because they could. They didn't have to wash my hands. Yeah,
Dirty hands on the crust, yes. And
when they were
often-
when they were fisting each other.
Yeah, fisting canaries. And they often used to have a division in the middle of the pasty, and one was savoury and then one was sweet. So you could have your,
That's right.
your main and dessert. Yeah.
Who the fuck would want a sweet pasty?
Cornish tin miners, because they were mad. Quite mad.
You know what? I'm gonna lift the veil for a moment. Oh fuck! Dean Burnett is here. Dean Burnett,
Hey, Dean.
the greatest brain mind in Britain, who
Oh.
is friends with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, my God. Well done.
Oh. And not anymore. I
Oh.
hate cinema adverts. Had the Pearl and Dean theme sang to me so many times in school. Of course, because you're Dean.
Hang on, Dean. If you knew Whoopi Goldberg, but not now, did you know her when she was playing Guinan in the Star Trek series?
No. This is when he released a book called The Happy Brain, and Whoopi got on it and was really into it, and it was yeah. But you know what,
no stories about Guinan.
Paul, we should get our hands like this and pat ourselves on the back because when we were talking about formats this afternoon, we've put a lot into the show this evening.
We have, but there's one other thing we haven't quite got round to yet, and that's during lockdown, I've been getting various let's say feelings and urges that I am possibly psychic and could well be the next Uri Geller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So today, I decided that I was going to prove just how good I am
Hmm.
I'll tell you how good I am.
Mhm.
On Monday, I predicted that the next day would be Tuesday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like that.
Hmm.
I knew that on Wednesday I'd spend most of the day watching Cannonball Run in the nuddy.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was almost right. I mean,
Yeah.
I was fully clothed and
Mm.
I watched Cannon and Ball, but close enough. Now, today I decided I was going to prove live on air that I could be the next Yuri Geller or Dynamo, whatever those stupid fuckwits are
Well,
called.
yeah, you mentioned this earlier. I mean, I just missed
Yeah.
it, but let's go
So
for it. Yeah.
let's just explain what's going to happen here. You see, I am going to do something which is called remote reading. And this is quite impressive. I have here a sealed envelope, and on it I've written prediction. Now, this envelope was sealed today, and not only sealed, it was signed and authenticated with today's date by none other than Sally Gunnell.
Sally Gunnell.
It's sealed. I can't open it. It's sealed. Now, inside of this envelope is a picture, a simple picture that I have predicted that John will now draw. Now,
Mhm.
this is clever because at 11 a.m. this morning, John was still in bed. I texted John and I said, John, don't draw a picture now. Just think about what you're going to draw. And he said, I'll do that. There was some swearings and complaining, something about the wife. The phone went dead. And now, John, I want you to draw on that energy because at 11 a.m. this morning, I was picking up on what I knew you were going to draw. And that picture has been sealed in this envelope. And now, John, I would like you to draw that picture.
Okay.
You got your pen? You got your paper? Okay.
I'm
Now,
just drawing
when
now.
you're drawing it, I just need to push the image back into your head that I knew you were going to draw. Yeah?
Okay. Should I draw it now?
Yeah, please do. Please do. Draw it now.
Hang
Draw
on.
it now. Draw it now. Now,
Okay, I'm
this is
ready.
wow. Are you sure you don't want to put any more detail on that? I don't
Okay, I'll put one more thing. One more thing.
put a little bit of detail on it, honestly. Make sure that the picture is very clear. We know exactly what it is. Because we are going to reveal our pictures at the same time. And then this is going to be very obvious.
Okay, should I fold it? Should I fold it?
No, you can just turn it around. I'm now gonna gently open.
Hang on, I haven't finished.
All right, you carry on. You carry on. Because I already knew, and knew what you were going to do.
Done. Okay, I'm done.
Right. I'm going to very slowly open up this sealed envelope. Very slowly. Don't reveal anything yet, John. Yeah?
Yeah.
Gosh, this is very sealed. Sally sealed this very well. She did it with a mixture of semen and spit.
Wow.
Right, I'm now opening the envelope. Look, that's just that bit.
Yeah.
This hasn't been tampered with. We don't know what's going to happen here. I might just use my old blankety blank microphone, which is a skewer with a bit of blue tack on, just to ruin the illusion.
Don't lift the veil.
Well, because that's gonna rip the envelope perfectly, I think. Yeah. There we go. Now, this is going to prove to all those fucking naysayers, all those doubters, that I do not have the gift, because I know I have the gift. And I trust you, John. And I chose you for a very simple reason. I can read your mind. Now, I ask you to draw something. On the count of 3, we will both reveal our pictures to the camera, and to everyone watching, they will, of course, be identical. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. On 3. 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Okay. So obviously there might have been a small. Yeah, there's been a there. Okay. Um. See, I've drawn Mary Berry, and her hand is a penis,
I did a sailboat, Paul.
and you've done a sailboat, right? Let's just look at them again, just to see if there's anything. Right.
I mean, it's not uncanny, but it's not canny at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. I think what's happened here. I think the fact that you've actually named your picture as you've drawn a sailboat and you've said sailboat, just in case people can't pick that out.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't need to write Mary Berry with a penis for a hand, did I?
I mean, she's got hairy balls as well.
I mean, it's very obvious, isn't it? There's Mary, and she has a penis for a hand. Okay. That didn't quite go according to plan.
Let's face. We were on the same road. We were on the same road.
Were you at 11 o'clock thinking about cookery, Mary Berry, or cock?
No, I was thinking about a sailboat.
You're thinking about sailboat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, to the point where I wrote it down.
Yeah, you had to state what you were doing in case you didn't know. So, well, I suppose the only solace we can take from that is one can only hope that the boat is called HMS Mary Berry's penis.
It might be.
Okay. Well, that's it.
I mean, this is a good point. Mary Berry, bless her, has got a sad hand.
Well, she's got a very happy hand here. We don't see the sad hand.
What's at the top of the hand? What's happening?
Well,
the top of her hand. Show me the top of her hand. The crown of her hand.
Well, listen, John.
No,
again,
what's happening? What's happening at the crown of her hand?
This is what I picked up from you. So this is very much your.
Yeah, but what's happening there? What are those lines coming out of the crown?
They are exclamation marks because the penis is very chatty.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's telling you the recipe.
Show me again.
Well, I don't want to. Well, I don't see the humor.
To be fair, it could be sending out psychic waves.
No, I've already said they're what her cock hand is doing is actually exclaiming salient points to the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going.
What's the recipe?
Cock o' van. All right. Well, we'll try again next week. When maybe the airwaves are clearer.
Maybe we need a week to get established with one another psychically.
Yeah, we need to get into simpatico. Okay.
I mean, because let's be honest, a boat is sometimes full of seamen, so we're not a million miles away from each other.
What I don't want you to do next time is to draw it and then say what you've drawn as part of your drawing.
Okay.
Yeah. But listen, first time.
We don't know. We didn't know what we were doing. Next week we'll know better.
But it was a lot of fun thinking about you at 11 o'clock and drawing Mary Berry with a penis for a hand. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, can I see your picture again, please?
Yes. There it is.
That's a beautiful picture of Mary Berry.
Yeah. It was in danger at many points of becoming someone else.
Who?
The lady who does crafts and horse racing. Because it could be her, couldn't it?
What's her name? Someone tell me in the comments, please.
I've forgotten her name. She's got like a weird. Well, she looks
a bit like Eddie Izzard.
Claire Balding.
Claire Balding. Claire Balding.
Yeah, it almost
Um,
got into Claire Balding, but she, of course, would be holding a vagina. So I didn't. Yeah, we
We're in
didn't.
the last 5 minutes of this.
Dying embers of the show.
But the good news is, everybody, is that the kind people at Thames TV who have put us up this week. We are now, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed in the beginning, we're now exclusive with Thames.
Yeah, we are. We signed a
They've-
big deal. Big deal.
Big deal. They've made us a wonderful ending titles, which we'll get to shortly. But I'd like to say once again, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be a quarter of the show without any of you.
Do you have any final comments before we go? Not you. I mean, to people. have any
No,
final
please,
comments?
please. Home to Roost. Better. You know what? I watched the end of the. Have you seen?
Home to Roost.
Has anyone ever seen the Sweeney movie?
Yes, yes.
It's got the best ending ever, hasn't it? Where
What?
Van der Valk is shot, and Dennis Waterman's sort of hovering over the dead body, and looks up at John Thor and says, "It's not them that killed him; it was you." And you get this tight close up of John Thor's face, like, "Oh God!" And then it ends.
Oh, I thought you meant the remake with Ray.
Oh
Winston.
no! Because there was 2 Sweeney movies in the 70s.
Right.
There was the Sweeney.
I think
and
I
the
have
Sweeney
seen
2.
them. Yeah, I think I have seen them, but I
But the
can't
ending of the
remember.
first film's got the best ending ever.
Nice.
The comments will have seen it. Come on. Rein in with your Sweeney first film memories.
I first watched the Sweeney with me gran on holiday in Rill.
I love the Sweeney. Love John Thor. Everyone loves John Thor. Who hates John Thor? Hands up.
No one.
I love him. Paul and how is that gone? Paul and John seem to be angry with each other this week. Sniping. It's Dan Thompson. We're not sniping.
No, not at all.
We spent most of today talking about things we're going to do for this evening. We're very happy.
Yeah, having a giggle.
End of the Sweeney. Reagan handcuffs the villain, then does some fucking. No,
Does
that's not
a bit
happens.
of-
Come on.
Oh, these stands.
Before we go, we got 3 minutes. Come on, someone rein in and say yes. The end of the Sweeney movie is amazing. If not, I'll have to include it next week.
Somebody please tie a bow around this very shitty 2-hour present.
I think this is my personal opinion that
Oh, go on.
I think we do a good show.
It's tight. It's well thought out.
Apart from that,
It's okay.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
you made the right choice.
No, you did make the right choice.
Yeah. Can you milk a pig? No idea. Never the twain better than 8.5 Mum. No, not at all. 8.5 Hot Mum is racist. If you watch the ones after Michael Bates died, and you've got an actual Indian actor playing that part, it's more acceptable. Apart from the homophobic comments.
I think the worst thing about when Bates dies is that his corpse is in the background for another 4 episodes.
And you got all those
They
flies.
should have moved it.
Yeah.
But there you go. Apparently, it was what they called canon.
We got 1 minute left. Please don't diss Jaws 3. The Patreon Smash Put on Tuesday, you'll have an episode about Jaws 3.
Good lord.
It's a great shoe. When we first started this, I wanted to call it the John and Paul shoe.
You did.
But then
Well,
you have a JP special, which I like more.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, though, again. Because obviously, there are other things you could be doing on a Friday. But you've decided that you're going to hitch your wagon to our little star.
And I'm so pleased you all did.
That's very nice of you to do that.
And you know what? In the spirit of the Sweeney, and God bless you all for watching again. And we'll be here next Friday, unless anything happens to either of us. But I'm hoping we'll be here next Friday. And thank you so much for watching. And goodness me, it would be rubbish without you all. And so thank you. And I'm sad to say this, but we're going to go now. But in the spirit of the Sweeney, good night. Paul?
I've got no words. I think what you've prepared here as a VT expresses everything.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.
Thank